Today, we have all gathered here to search for answers and conclusion to a topic worth debating. And today, the topic is funds toward mission to Mars.
The gain is only satisfaction of the ego.
So everybody talks about the problems, but why not find a solution?
What I say is, instead of focusing on something, exploring and experimenting, we should focus on these corruption. The money which these people are looting can be utilized.
We should not give up and we should not allow the problems to defeat us. APJ Abdul Kalam.
India is a poor country. Indians are rich. So what's your point on that? Any other alternate methods you can?
Call upon Junaid Khan to come forward and introduce the judges to us.
Dr. S. Rajashekhar has a career spanning 25 years of experience in industry and teaching, an accomplished management consultant with experience in reducing cost, increasing profitability, and stimulating bottom line growth for the organization. Possesses the capacity in dealing with multiple industries across domestic and international markets. Has experience in the areas of finance, information technology, leadership backed by operations, business development, HR, marketing, and logistics. I request Professor Shalini, Vice Principal, to welcome sir with a sapling. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Professor Leena, Professor Elizabeth, PD Nursing, graduated from Government College of Nursing, Bangalore. Masters OBG Nursing from MS Ramaya Institute of Nursing and Research, Bangalore 2007. Was the academic topper in MSc Nursing at MS Ramaya Institute of Nursing and Research, Bangalore 2007. Fourth rank holder at Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Science for MSc in 2007. Has an extensive teaching experience of 20 years. Has published articles in Health Action Journal. I request Professor Grita Ravi ma'am to welcome ma'am with saplings. The next judge, Dr. Baita Das. Ma'am has more than 25 years of experience in teaching field. Have presented and published several papers in national and international conference, besides chairing sections in numerous conferences. Working experience began in Assam and later in Bangalore. Before working in IADC, ma'am has been a faculty in Garden City College. We welcome you, ma'am. I request Professor Anuradha, Head of Computer Science, to welcome ma'am with a sapling. Thank you, ma'am.
We are immensely pleased to have Professor Elizabeth Leena, Dr. Rajashekhar, and Dr. Bibita as our judges for today's prelims. India has achieved something historic by being the first country to enter the Mars orbit in a maiden mission. India has definitely proved its authority and superiority over its neighboring countries, but is spending a great deal of money that could instead be utilized in the development of its poor sectors. Today, we have all gathered here to search for answers and conclusion to a topic worth debating. The topics for the prelims and the Founders' Day debate have all been chosen with great care. And today, the topic is funds toward mission to Mars, despite the poor Indian Mars, is justifiable. We are eager to hear what the young minds of today have to say. To give a reminder to all the teams, I will read out the rules and regulations for today's intercollegiate debate prelims. Each team can only have 2 speakers, one speaking for the topic and others speaking against the topic. Each team gets only 3 plus 1, each speaker gets only 3 plus 1 minutes time. Therefore, each team has a total of 8 minutes time. The decision of the judges is final, and they will have a question round after you've completed speaking your part. Selected teams will compete in the final round on 30th August 2019 at 9 a.m. The first team to participate is from MES College of Access Science and Commerce. Participants Mukund and Anmol, please come forward.
I would take gratitude in thanking everyone who have provided me an opportunity to present my opinion in this elite gathering. I'm speaking for the topic that the Mars mission that India has taken up is justifiable. So let me start by an illustration. We all read newspapers, don't we? In newspapers, each page covers one section of news. For example, international news in a page, national news in some other page. However, the news is, it can't be covered in the whole newspaper. What I'm trying to say here is that however important the situation in the country is, however important the situations are, the government must prioritize every issue in a balanced way. I agree that India is facing the problems of poverty and unemployment, but it is equally necessary for our country to progress technically. So let me come to statistics part. So India has invested around 450 crores for this Mars mission, that is MOM, Mars orbiting mission, which is not even 5% of the total budget. We still have 34 lakhs 1,189 crore rupees just reserved for the people's welfare. So let me tell you some other thing. The 450 crores which is invested on Mars orbiting mission is still 200 crores less than the collection of Bahubali movie in only one language, that is in 650 crores only in Telugu. We are all ready to pay for the entertainment, but we think the technical progress of our country, the technological progress of our country is waste of resources. Resources can not only be judged through financial means. What about the resources which incredible young minds of India have? What about the knowledge resources what we have? People say that India must invest on education instead of going to Mars. What is the whole point of education if it can't be implemented further? We are trained so that we can implement it further in our implement our education to develop our country. So what I think is, we need to develop our country in such a manner that we need to educate people and we need to encourage them to go and implement what they are educated at. So it's definitely pathetic to see our people suffer. It's definitely pathetic to see our people suffer when our country is technically progressing in such good pace. But definitely it is definitely need to be addressed in a different way. We need to make sure that the money that is reserved for people is reaching people properly, reaching people in the correct time. So we need to raise a voice against corruption and many other issues. So that is but we shouldn't we shouldn't hinder our development ourselves. That's how I like to conclude my speech. Thank you everyone.
So good morning, everybody. I want to conclude the entire mission to Mars according to India and what the rest of the world think. And what I think is, the gain is only satisfaction of the ego. So there are just this one line to conclude mission to Mars, and that too in India's case. The gain was only satisfaction of the ego. There was no other gain. If you observe previous mission to Mars, they have already achieved all the objections that India have yet to achieve. So I think India should focus instead of its education and progress, rather than just move into technical or just satisfy India's ego. I think we can all agree with that. Country like Netherlands, they started their space program around 10 years ago, and their GDP rank is 18th. Guess what's India's? 139th. Their poverty rate is 8.8%, but India is 21.9%. Also, it's worth mentioning that the space program was created not for scientific endeavors, but as a show of dominance. And I think we have come past the age where you shouldn't show dominance. You should work together in cooperation and harmony for the scientific endeavor of it. Also, India could have used its $73 million in real-time application, which the country really needs right now. That includes biotechnology, solar, alternating current, etc. And also, my friend over here compared our country with a newspaper. Our country cannot be compared with newspaper. Our country can be compared with a representation of a person. Our country is culturally diverse, and our country is rich with heritage. But certainly, we are also rich with pores. 40% of our country is through poverty. And I think we should address that first instead of addressing another planet. And I'd also like to mention that India was one of the victims of the space program dominance. India could have showed its dominance in many places. India could have showed its dominance in education, whereas we were the first people to introduce Vedic math, surgery, but we couldn't develop that technology and move forward. Hence, India should have used it in other resources rather than this. Thank you.
Presentation from Mukund and Srivastava. Yeah, the question to Mukund. You said that the Bahubali is the movie. In your speech, you said we are spending so much money.
Yes.
Again, it's not a government-sponsored project. If you notice,
Yes, sir.
come to India. India is a poor country. Indians are rich. So, what's your point on that? Any other alternate methods you can?
Sir, actually, it's we who are deciding if the government's, the government's programs are using it in a proper way or not. We are speaking about the government, and we ourselves are paying to watch movie for entertainment rather than spending it on some good purpose. So that's what I wanted to tell. It's not that it's that we are accusing government of using their resources in a wrong way. Even we are using our resources in a wrong way.
Then question to Srivastava. Even, yeah, we are living with a lot of issues, no doubt at all. Country like India, it's not required what you are telling. But still, if we want to do something like this, why not? In what are the other ways we can do it?
Sir, I personally think that the space program was not at all necessary because all the other discoveries, the previous mission to Mars, what was their objective is to explore the Martian surface, the Martian environment, which has already been done. And there's nothing new that India has done except for the limited cost. That 73 million, NASA has spent almost $100 million to it. Apart from being cost effective, we are basically doing the same thing what NASA has done, but NASA is doing it in an extra scale. So what I suggest is India could use its rich heritage and use that as a platform to show world dominance. So that's what I think.
Oh, good, I think.
Next token number 3. Participants Yashas and Rahul, please come onto the stage.
My name is Rahul. I am from Surana College. I am speaking for the topic. National pride is important for boosting the morale of a country's population. It is India's mission to Mars is not a waste of money at all. It is the feather in the cap of the people who have worked for this scientific innovation and made the people of the country proud of them. Spending $70 million on a space project is nothing compared to the international standards. That is, US has spent $870 million on Marvin. Let alone space projects. An 8-lane bridge in Mumbai has cost about $350 million. So we can compare this to that as well. While economic problems in India continue to loom around with increase in corruption and crime statistics are rising, it is not because of the lack of funds, but due to the underutilization of funds and not using properly the policies framed by the government. The mission to Mars is of critical importance for scientific exploration as well. If MOM finds methane or deuterium that find the presence of water on Mars, then it will be a scientific breakthrough in scientific ways. A successful demonstration of MOM by ISRO has not only attracted the attention of investors in this field, but also gained the trust by ISRO in international community. India has become a global go-to point for launching the satellites. That is, we have launched 104 satellites in 2017. We just can't flocinosenile filificate the space industry. It has come to our rescue on number of times. That is, the pictures beamed by INSAT of the cyclone Feline has saved thousands of lives. The $74 million spent on MOM is nothing compared to the $200 billion industry that is looming around in the world, that is the space industry. I would like to conclude that we have to come at a stage that we have to look at the bigger picture. By the time I end my speech, nearly 44 people will come out of extreme poverty. We have around 47 million people under poverty, but it is diminishing at a very high rate. Thank you.
Yashish from Surana College, Pina. So I'll be speaking against the topic. So in a country where 47 million people are still below extreme poverty line, we cannot think of spending 450 crores on some space mission which do not have any immediate benefits from this. And given that India has recently lost its place from, it's not lost, like it's been like coming down. So it's gradually losing the place from the poverty list. So spending 450 crores on such projects would be much more helpful, I feel. There might be image of mom or Mangalyan on this new 2000 rupees note. But the fact is that to earn 40% people who are employed, to earn that 2000 rupees note, they need to work more than a week. So I guess instead of spending so much on a space mission, which is already in project by other space organization, we could easily be dependent on that as well. And in a country where 30% of people have access to internet, a majority of population don't even understand what interplanetary mission is actually giving us or giving the nation through which it's been benefited. And to justify with this, there's government subsidy of something around 2.5 lakhs given. And so considering the same 450 crores which is being invested on the space mission, we could easily build something around 18,000 houses, which could help the poor. I mean, they could have their own shelter. And the mission is just, I guess what I feel personally is the mission which has been conducted or which has been launched is only to satisfy their personal ego and prove themselves as a dominating nation in the space research sector. So my conclusion is, since I was in my school days, we have studied that India is a developing country. And still this minute, it is still a developing country. I guess 450 crores would easily change this perspective in at least by a few percentage. And development, India being developed country, we could achieve it a bit more easier. So this is how I would like to conclude with my topic.
Rahul,
Yes,
you
sir.
said about the diminishing poverty. How would you account for the diminishing poverty when you look for funds towards the space program that you're talking about? How do you equate the diminishing poverty that you speak about with the space program that you are trying to fund?
Ma'am, I think we can't segregate both poverty and space programs. It has a different thing. But for poverty, government is spending lakhs of crores and bringing in policies and other schemes as well. But on the same place, we also need international space collaboration for defense as well.
Yashash,
Yeah, ma'am.
could you tell me, you talked about the poverty and building of homes instead of funding the research.
Yes,
So how would you combat his point just now?
I agree with him as well, and my point, I would like to stand by my point. So he's like, okay, we have like other countries who are willing to collaborate with us. keeping this 450 crores in the major perspective, we could at least fulfill the needs of people who are really in need of their own shelters. And so obviously it will help us to reach the development line much more easily.
So do you mean to say that you find the funds towards the mission to Mars justifiable?
Ma'am, it's partially justifiable, ma'am.
Now I call upon token number 4, team with token number 4, participants Tanvi and Navya.
Good morning, respected judges and my fellow participants. I'm Navya from Reva University. Today I'm going to speak for the topic. 24th of September 2014 has made a tremendous, iconic mark in the history of rocket science. Don't you all think so? Did it ever happen? And it is marked as the most successful and has come up to such a stage that India is not even led back and will be ahead in all other scientific inventions. So according to me, the statement is absolutely justified. The time has come, and after many loopholes and many other destructions that India has faced in rocket science, and it has created the history in making innovations despite the other controversies which it has faced throughout its from the very invention of ISRO. I would like to say that it helps to encourage not only the present and the current scenarios which is happening, and also the upcoming scientists, and creates a hope of how effectively the project is being made and has come out really good and has created the first Asian country to prove themselves. And it also, I understand the fact that poverty is not only a nation's concern, it is economic concern. The problem here, according to me, in our nation particularly, is the funds which are being delivered by the government is not being monitored properly and not being delivered properly, and the schemes which are implemented, which are to be regulated under proper vision. If that is done, no matter what, India will eradicate the very crisis of poverty, I'm very sure. Other than that, rocket science is very important, and the whole world is now only running through technology and science. So I totally agree with the statement. Yeah, thank you for patient listening.
My name is Tanvi, and I'm going to be speaking against the topic. To start off, let us look at some drawbacks of the mission to Mars. First off, all of us might have known that the mission to Mars was majorly for the satisfaction and international dominance. It was more of an ego clash between the countries. India wanted to be the first Asian country to ever successfully complete the mission, and after the failure of China, it motivated the ISRO to advance on this mission. India, despite being a poor country, has invested so much of crores of money into this mission when it could be used for something much more better as health education, employment, or anything else which will help the growth of the economy. Nonetheless, even the former ISRO chairman, Madhavan Nair, has said that the mission to Mars was completely useless and it was just a show of spending of money, and there was nothing practical about it because no new technology was invented from it. The parts and the technology science which was used was previously recycled from the Chandrayaan experiment. Also, there have been certain limitations for the Mangalyaan mission. Because of its cheap advantage, there have been cut down of instruments which can be used, and only 5 instruments have been used. So because of this, we have not, instead of working on a geosynchronized satellite, which would help in launching satellites into the orbit, they have not advanced that yet. They have failed to do it, and instead they used a polar satellite launch vehicle, which will not provide the information that that is required for the advancement of technology. So the mission to Mars did not actually provide any advancement. It was just a show that India is one of the first countries which will reach Mars. But we have reached Mars, but now the thing is that we do not have the equipment or the materials to advance and gain more information as required by the other countries. In USA, they are still developing enough information to obtain whether methane is available and the distance they want to keep as close. India, however, has kept the distance of between 366 kilometer into 80,000 kilometer orbital space around Mars, and this is not even a fraction of what USA or Russia was trying to do. ISRO was trying to prove that they can't, after the failure of their previous projects, instead of focusing on their failures, they tried to prove themselves and ended up spending all their budget on this MOM mission. At any given time, we can take that if this MOM mission was not done right now, it could be done better in the future, and the money could have been used for something else. As my friend said, that poverty is here, and the economy should change for it, but if the funds are not monitored and they've been spent for such items which are not necessarily required at this time in our life, we could use these funds for something else. Also, the mission to Mars also created a spectacular dangerous missile race within China and India. This kind of puts India in the part of race for anti-missile space race within the countries. Thank you.
Then now the question to Nivya.
Yes, sir.
What Dhanvi is telling, we know all the things. We have a lot of loopholes in government, a lot of problems. Still, spending this money is not worth for doing a project, this kind of a project. That means, sir, you are looking nice. You are okay. But expecting to marry like Deepika Padukone is too much. That's what she is telling. Am I right? What is your answer for this?
Sir, I totally accept. As I've mentioned earlier, there are funds are being given, but there is this bar between the fund which is being given and which is being taken by the poor masses over there. There is this border which I mentioned are the political leaders which are being corrupted and are misused. That is the fact, and we all must accept it. And I also accept if there is this process of privatization which comes into picture, many scenarios will get changed in India. As if we see with comparison to the other developed countries, everything is privatized and things are working over there.
Recommendations, whatever the point you mentioned, especially the Madhavan Nair point, I really appreciated. But again, being a poor, I cannot dream or I can't do something different.
No, sir. It is like if I'm a student right now and I'm dreaming to go to Mars, but I'm dreaming to go to Mars without even planning to finish my college or without planning to become an astronaut. So it's that kind of scenario. There has to be a certain procedure for everything. India will advance technologically, but there should be a certain step. First problem in India majority is poverty, so we should focus on that, and later we can focus on technological advancements.
No. Here I want to make it very clear. One is a poverty. You are not talking about poverty. You are talking about there is a gap in our technical side itself. That's right.
I am talking how we have spent so much on and we have focused so much on being in the space mission that we have forgotten the real problems, and that is why this is not justifiable.
Fine.
Team token number 5, participants Sachin and Lekhana.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Lekhana. I'm from Reva University. I am speaking about the FAR, and I think ISRO has launched the Mangalyana mission to the Mars, and they use the Homo Science. Okay, it's Homo Science which has made the budget in a very less budget to launch this, and the Homo Science it made in a way that ISRO had failed to launch so many rockets and all, but now they made in an innovative way that to make that in a small budget, and they want to be the first, India want to be the first to launch Mangalyana in Mars, and they succeeded in that, and they used a small budget to launch that, and it's not we can't say by using this budget we can eradicate total poverty in India. We have even India has to be in a forward thing that we are in a. They said that India is a developing country. We have to be developed in all the ways. So India is putting a path towards developing also. So this is towards the. We can think that it is a step of the developing also. And any other country is still they're trying to do that, but India has tried to be in a position. They put a benchmark launching Mangalyana machine in a Mars, and I think it's. I think that India is also in a place where there is a more poverty, but the funds, the government giving funds to the property, it had been used in a proper way. Why? Because, for example, I can say that we have so many people here. If I give eyes to the first person, if we go on end to the second person, only the water will be remain in our hand. In that way, the government is giving such a fund that it goes to when it going to reach to the poverty, it's nothing. We won't ask the question where the money went, but I'm saying that they used in a proper way, that ISRO has launched the Mars mission in a budget way. So I think I am agree for what ISRO has done launching the Mars.
I'm talking against the topic. So my point is, like, they are spending 4.6 millions and more crores for this projects and all. So what is the point actually here? So we are having so much problems in our own country, and we are not seeing it, and we are just seeing we should be a first to achieve this, or we should go there to the Mars. The whole point of making this project is like making a second home. Why we need a second home when we are not making our proper home, like we are not developing our home, present home, India, in a proper way? Then why we need a second home going there? Like, it makes it's actually a mistake that they are doing actually. See, so many scientists who are doing that. I'm not telling that that is whole a waste and all. It is acceptable in future, not right now, because we need development in our state. Without a proper pillar, they cannot build a strong building below. So we should build ourselves strong. We should give a proper education. We should spend for that, and we should give agriculture facilities to the poor peoples and all. So there, when inside, if it is strong, means then we can achieve lot of more things in outside. See, for why a lot of people are going for abroad and all, like now, and they are telling that India is not so good country to come back or to live. So why they are telling? Because here we are not getting a good facilities and good things we here. If everything is getting here, means we could also say that. Still we are like 20, like in 2020, we're near to 2020, still we are developing. When we will be developed country? We are in, you all know that we are in a third world country. Still we are not, without help of other technologies, of other help of other countries, we can't go and we can't develop. The same thing they can do, they can establishment a good companies, and from HL they can do a good technologies and give more employees, and can through that poverty or the other things can be satisfied. So like this project should be done, not like this going for somewhere Mars and making a first rank there. Still we know that I do not want to say that any giving a proper strategic statement that India is poor or poverty. We all know that, we accept that, but somewhere in future, in 2025, at least we should reach in the competition of USA or other companies. We should, other countries. We should see that. So my whole point is, like, we should not forget that the main person, APJ Abdul Kalam, he is also one of the person who worked for this and all. He had a dream, Vision 2020. What is about development and everything? We are not even achieved till that. We are close to 2020. So we should not tell that the same person, he had done so much to India and we are not achieved his dream. And we are talking about Mars, how to live there, what we next. But still in our country, somewhere in a corner, one child cannot feed one time of meals per day. So we should more concentrate about this and develop more about this. Thank you.
Yes, congratulations, Sachin and Lekhana, right? What Sachin is telling, even if I score 100 runs, if you are not winning a match, what is the use? That way he is telling. What is your point for justifying that, whatever he is telling, no?
Sir, he's saying in a correct way that people are living here and going there and they want to live in the abroad and all. We are living this thing and everything. But according to me, in Mangalyana mission, they didn't take the help from the any other NASA and all. They have their own networking, everything, and they did. See, Indians, we have the capacity to do that, and we are putting out of that, and we are getting into that point. But they are not seeing that point. They're seeing in other points that only why you should compare only the mission to that. Why not the other things also? We are living in a corporate world. Even the corporate world making the poverty to go back and back. Why not in that?
For example, government schools. So many government schools are closing now. Why? Because they are not giving a proper facilities. If the same amount is spent there and giving a proper facilities, more people will be going for government school and more Abdul Kalam will be coming out of it. And same like this, when we are talking like private colleges, when we are speaking, even one more government person will be standing here and he will be also justifying his thoughts or whatever it may be. So I'm telling that where we should spend exactly, where there we should give the money and we should spend. If it is not worth.
Fantastic, Sachin.
Thank you, sir.
Wish you good luck.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Next is Togu number 36.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. I, Srilekha Deshpande.
And I, Akash Khandari.
Are here to present our stand on the topic. I believe that funds could have been raised for the poor Indians rather than Mars mission. A young nation with a long history, India is the second largest populated country in the world with a huge amount of poverty. By 2020, India will be known as the White Horse with the largest number of youths in the world. Poverty is one of the major problems in this third world country. India right now is under economic crisis. The second quarter of 2018-19 saw GDP grew up to 6.2%, while it was expected to grow up to 7.2 to 7.5% in the second half, which it failed to do so. When India's GDP isn't growing properly, how can one expect us to progress in space?
Mission Mars or MOM was a mission of don't lose opportunity. Where in India, if you did not do this, it would be obvious by someone else. Where India and Earth can extend its orbit towards the space itself. Exploring the solar system or exploring the space is not a wastage or is not a thing which can't be considered. We have a good amount of sustainable experiment where people can think of future mainly. And coming to the jobs part, India, yes, there are several job crises happening, but currently, once this thing has been established and flourished well in the country, we can expect more amount of majority. Not everyone, but a majority of crowd getting inflated to this.
But when our own home hasn't been totally constructed or developed, why do we want to develop and explore the second home? India is under job and economic crisis, which is much more important to be resolved. India requires around 1 crore jobs annually, and it isn't able to provide around 3 lakh jobs. The 450 crores which had been spent on the mission Mangalyaan could have been used to spend on the people who are below poverty.
Coming to this point, I would like to justify myself saying that it wasn't only to finding a second home. It was mainly that India also could justify and analyze the working conditions and astronauts' living amenities over there. As it wasn't only the sustainable event, not only the second home, but also astronauts got several exposure over there. And coming to the jobs part, as again I had mentioned, that once it gets established, people can get attracted to it. As once a decade back, we didn't even have many people interested for defense. But now when defense has kept on growing, many people got influenced to it too.
But Akash, don't you think India is deepening in its poverty crisis? Do you know the government doesn't have enough money to provide salary or give money to the railway employees, while it is ready to invest billions and billions on missions which doesn't even have an immediate impact or affect you and me on a daily basis?
This topic, as you've also seen, that there's got ISRO working on this, and they even also have an economic ministry working on that also. So do you expect that ISRO, the ISRO, leaving the scientific work and coming and solving the Ministry of Economics? That is not possible. Okay, let me give you a condition. Imagine I come and give you a hand of gift, and I hand over a gift to you. And I say you do not open the gift and complete all your work and then open the gift. Will you wait for it?
No, I would definitely become curious about it.
But you can't open it. You need to keep your curiosity level constrained alwaysly.
I would probably grow more curious and open it.
Exactly, that's the human psychology. When we have the universe as a gift, we can't just keep it unexplored or unboxed. We need to explore it such that not only our current situation can be solved, but a future perspective also has to be solved. India was more power and more poverty and more bad in the time of 1947 to 1950. But at that time, if at all Jawaharlal Nehru and everyone were only concentrated on removing poverty, do you think India would have got a name of underprivileged to developing one? India would have never got a state of developing country. It would have still remained a poverty country.
But don't you think countries like USA and Russia have already sent their missions to Mars exploration and finding out the Martian surface? I believe that India sending Mangalyaan was an ego-fulfilling activity, and India shouldn't be compared with other countries.
I deny with this, India, it was never a fanciful activity. It was always an activity to find the future perspective. As 10 decades back, there was same questions raised for Chandrayaan, that was mission towards the moon. And that time, same thing problem was arise, where the time people didn't concentrate. And later now, what do we notice after such a down the lane? That what minerals and things are found on moon, that's helium, isotope 3, is now very much useful for nuclear fusion. As well as the uranium, which is used for solar panel. These type of resources are also found in moon. So henceforth, we cannot always be dependent on a fossil fuel or available things on nature.
But for a country like India, a developing nation, and eradicating poverty at a grassroots level becomes very important. I agree to your points, but do you know the government has taken around 1 lakh crore loan from RBI to empower and run the country? That is the amount of financial crisis that we exist in. And being in such a country and in such a situation, I think India should currently prioritize, and it should start rising its financial status rather than exploring.
Dear opponent, I deny with this point as well as concluded by saying that if at all you expect ISRO to come and join hands with economic ministry, things will not work that great. We got different ministries, different departments to work on different things. And for the same thing, if you say that India has not done any good job by doing this, don't you find it as a pride of India also being seated with China, USA and Russia in the front seat, having good amount of recognition? If poverty was the only reason to be eradicated, then why only stressing on the missions? We got several social status, social promotions and social protection happening in the country, endorsement and all, which can actually be avoided. Why to spend so lavishly on those things? With this, I would also say that yes, your point is also right, but again, same thing, stressing on other things to be eradicated or controlled or to be avoided will not be justifiable to the country's development. With this, I would say that a human being or human beings are explorers. If you say human beings to stop exploring, the human being won't survive. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next on stage is token number 39.
Good afternoon to one and all present here, respected dignitaries and all my beloved friends. Today I am going to speak on favor of Mars, and my worthy opponent will speak against to me. India has proved that it is drastically achieving the successful development in the stage of science and technology, and because of mission to Mars, it has been at a top level. As we know that it is the first Asian country to achieve this feat at the first attempt.
Not only achieving in science and technology, we should achieve in our underdeveloped, because our country is not developed, it's developing. We should develop in poverty line also, because many people are suffering due to poverty. Like our farmers, they are still suffering from, they has to pay loan to the bank. Because of this, they are doing suicide. Many farmers are dying because of this. You should think about our economy, not developing in science and technology.
Government has implemented many projects which helps to overcome the poverty. If still people are poor, what can the government do? Even they should come up in their life. Not only government just cannot go everywhere and just cannot invest all its amount on poor peoples.
I'm against this point because I don't accept this point. We should invest this first amount to the people, not developing new technologies or inventing new things or exploring new things. First, we should explore our people, which we are living in this world. We should explore that first, not wasting our money in.
It's not wasting our money. If we compare to other countries, America has invested 1,000 crores of rupees for the mission of Mars, and the same amount for the same objectives, our India has invested just 400 crores, which is nothing. And here we have saved 600 crores of money through which we can utilize that 600 crores in other projects, as you say, to overcome the poverty. And government is doing that. First, it is looking at, first it has implemented many projects.
America is developed, but our country is not developed. It's developing country. We should see first our backbone, farmers. And in North India side, many people are suffering due to poverty, like Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Bihar, underdeveloped there. First, we should provide them all the facilities, not developing in science and technology out of our planet. We should see our planet first, not other planets.
Mars has several elements that are raw materials which can be utilized for the expansion of human exploration. There is some purpose in that, so only we are exploring new inventions in other planets.
But we can't create any society or community there. We should develop our society here, not there. We should think of our society which we are living at present, not about future.
Suppose if in future the situation comes where we cannot exist in Earth, what will we do? So we are pre-planning and we are doing some invention so that it remain last.
Because of this, 13 astrologers lost their life. Kalpana Chawla, she lost her at the age of 41. She was very small. She lost her life in searching new things. Can you get her back? No. But your science and technology can't get her back.
She lost her line in order to save thousands of fishermen. If there was no satellites, how the fishermen will fish at the right areas? How the farmers will place at the right stuff?
First, help them by amount, not by new things, inventing new things. We lost many astronauts because of this.
They have lost their life because they were also interested to do many inventions. They wanted to come up in their life. They wanted to make their name. So they themselves, no one has forced them to go in a space or something.
First, provide the science education to them. Then they can come front. Without providing money, many facilities like education, many people are suffering from sanitaries. First, you provide the health.
Government has implemented many projects and
but many are not getting this. Many are not getting this because of politicians. You should take over that first.
That is mistake of politician, not mistake of government. Government just cannot invest all its amount on helping the poor. Poor, they themselves has to upcome in their life. For example, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, he belonged to very poor family and he himself has done many achievements.
Because he had help from everyone. But everyone should get a help.
There are many government schools.
They are not getting this. They are not getting all the opportunities. You can see many age between 1 to 5, they are underweight. The children are underweight. They should get all the nutritions from everyone. But they're not getting from the government help.
If they fight for their health, they will get.
Poor can't fight. Fight. If they raise, they will be stopped. Rich can do.
They can fight and they should come up in life. If everything
they will be stopped. They will be stopped.
If everything the government will provide, then what the poor people will do?
Then
they will become lethargic in their life. They will not do any work.
Then why we should support government? Government can't do anything. Why we should support?
They are exploring new inventions because inventions will remain last and it will make a history in our India.
We should explore our Earth first. We should see our Earth, then we should go to next planet to see next planet. What's exploring new things.
If government provides, means he just cannot. To conclude my point, I will tell that inventions will remain everlasting, even it is benefited for our future generations.
But I don't agree with this. We should see first humanity, not exploring new things. Thank you.
Thank you.
I repeat, token number 28.
We are team 28 judges.
Good afternoon, judges. My name is Govind, and I am here to speak for the motion today. See, to paraphrase Aristotle, corruption abhors a vacuum, often dancing bare naked in front of the eyes of the common man. But how does it do that? Time and time again, we see ourselves questioning the actions of certain entities and individuals whose actions seem questionable to us. But are these our questions or merely words stuffed into our mouths? Because I feel like we've forgotten how to think for ourselves. Now, today here we are standing questioning whether the Indian Mars mission was justified while Indian masses are suffering. So it's either Mars or masses. Apparently, ISRO has spent an extravagant money of a whopping 450 crores on the feeble whims of scientific minds on a joyride to the barren sands of Mars. But the question is, why do we need to quell scientific advancement and a thirst for knowledge for the mistake of others? See, I don't see the problem is with spending so much money on a mission to Mars. It's with allocation of money. You would have been comparing 450 crores with Hollywood blockbusters and their budgets. But let me bring into light the expenditures of our own government. 3,000 crores spent on just a statue, and another 3,600 crores waiting to be spent on another statue. And let's not forget Prime Minister Modi's sociable trips over the last 5 years, which exceeds in itself over 2,000 crores. Now, that's okay, right? Because it's for the growth of our Indian businesses, which we think is run by our country's city slum runs, but actually it's just a few entities who are basically powerful and rich. Now, poor allocation and poor financial planning and strategizing is currently dooming our economy. An economy that is deteriorating over the past 5 years, guided by two Tughlaqi Farmans of demonetization and GST. In fact, in May, Mr. P. Chidambaram, a brilliant economist, he commented on the disastrous phase of slowdown that is faced by our Indian economy. And the thing is, we are not questioning the lack of allocation of money where it's supposed to be allocated by our government. Because ISRO is doing its job. Its job is to explore space and is doing it well. But we are not questioning the government where it is lacking. Because, say currently, like someone mentioned before, that RBI has basically transferred a surplus of 1.76 lakhs crores. Now, this is to overcome the fiscal deficit. But the point is that we should be questioning those who are responsible for the welfare of our country. We are not questioning those who are responsible. We are not questioning those who are not doing their jobs. If we turn our gaze towards what requires attention, we'll notice that that is where it's lacking. Now, the idea is basically scientific advancement and the knowledge is currently taken very lightly for some reason. At one point, even the first trips to space was often mocked and was only seen as a matter of glory. But today, our civilization is running on these machines flying 36,000 kilometers above our heads. Any kind of advancement or any kind of invention is just for the betterment of society. Let them do their jobs. Anything that is to do with welfare of our nation has to be handled elsewhere, because money allocated for this is flowing endlessly into the pockets of ministers and adorning their luxurious lifestyles. So the point is that it's not just about asking questions. It's about asking the right questions to the right people. Thank you. I rest my case.
450 crores. Let me tell you the shady side of the shady shadow government of India. 450 crores were spent initially on MOM. Now, what you don't know is the next plan of our Indian space, ISRO. ISRO is known for manipulating things. Let me explain you how. ISRO has a plan to make igloos on the moon. Igloos on the moon is a mission where they are going to spend 100,000 crores. 100,000 crores is a lot of amount, and what we are fooled by stating is we have only 450 crores to look upon, where a Hollywood hit, like my partner said, it's merely a amount of Hollywood hit, right? But don't you see the trick behind the trap? Now this year, this 450 crore is a trick where ISRO is fooling us, stating that it's not much an amount. But the fact is, they're spending 100,000 crores on a mission which is much more bigger and much more massive than you think. But we are in a notion where we think that it's only 450 crores. There are a lot of money which is spent. And like my partner told, what about the statues which are spent 3,000 crores and 3,000 crores for the next statue? I believe isn't India known for its rich culture and heritage? Isn't India known for its rich culture and heritage? And one more thing, India is known for its culture and heritage. Its monumental, elite monumental structures and architectural structures, Taj Mahal, Qutub Minar, India Gate, all these, and the temples which are existing from thousands of years. Don't you realize the importance of these temples which have been so many years back? right now, till now, people from foreign countries just come to visit these places to say that our Indian culture is rich and our heritage is so much that people from other country travel thousands of kilometers just to see a monument which is spent 3,000 crores or 3,000 crores in future. Now, let me tell you one more thing. When a child, I'll give you a live example. When a child sees a statue, which is, you say 3,000 crore is nothing, right? Let me tell you, it is directly affecting the culture directly affecting the child's educational system and the patriotism in it. When a child sees and asks his parent, what is this statue about? Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. He asks, who's the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel? So he's eager to know about who is this person. He wants to know what is the story behind this person, what is the contribution towards the independence by this person. So he will know everything about this person. Indirectly, you are educating the children who needs to know this information. You just cannot ignore such great people from history. Now let me talk about something really important. Our government can spend thousands of crores, hundreds of crores on rocket fuel, RP1, thousands of rupees on RP1, but they cannot spend, they cannot improvise the water system, water facilities in the country. Okay, let me conclude by stating my point. When a country can spend so much on igloo on moon, why can't a country spend so much on its country, development of its state, development of its own region, society, educational sector, agricultural sector? There are so many sectors which we have to look. But we are ignoring and we are just fooled by a fancy name by scientific development, which means a lot once when your child is at that position and India is developed, which means something to us when a country is developed. Then scientific development makes sense. First, our mere duty is to develop the country, then develop the scientific research. When you develop your own country, your children, the future, the youth of India, that's when you are gonna develop your scientific development. I rest my case in peace. Thank you.
Students are requested to collect their participation certificates from the registration counter. Desmond Tutu said, "Don't raise your voice, improve your argument." And I believe that is precisely what we've been able to bear witness to today. The Mars Orbiter mission, also called Mangalyaan, is a space probe orbiting Mars since 24th of September 2014. It was launched on the 5th of November 2013 by ISRO. India is the first country in the world to have succeeded in putting a probe into Mars's orbit in its very first attempt. India will join the US, Europe, and Russia in an elite group of countries who have successfully undertaken a mission to Mars. This is the age of space powers, and emphasis should be placed on national security through space research. Today, it is possible for India to get a better deal and opportunity for foreign contracts. Also, it helps to encourage the youth to know the importance, growth, and prospects. Now, India is a developing country and has the ability to spend money on space research. Since the amount spent on mission to Mars is affordable, India can continue its space research and at the same time take care of its poor masses by fulfilling their basic needs. It is necessary for a country to progress in all fields such as science, technology, agriculture, and manufacturing. The turnout for our Founders' Day prelims was truly overwhelming, and we were humbled by how many people were keen to participate this year. I feel privileged to be able to extend our thanks to our chairman, Dr. T. Somachekar, the chief patron of this event, our secretary and patron, Mrs. Bharati, and our principal and convener, Dr. E. Jerome Xavier. I'd like to convey our most heartfelt thanks to the organizing committee that made this event a reality under the guidance of the HOD of the Department of English, Professor Geeta Ravi. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank everyone in attendance today, starting with our members of jury, Dr. Rajashekar, Director, IASMS, Professor Elizabeth Leena, Principal of the Indian Academy College of Nursing, and Dr. Babita Das, Professor at the Department of English at Indian Academy, who keenly observed and assessed each of the participants. Thank you, judges, for overseeing this congregation of promising young debaters. Finally, a resounding thank you to all the participants for making this event a roaring success. We wish you well on your journey towards becoming established in the field of debate and hope you join us next year as well. For the 5 to 6 teams who successfully made it into the final round, you will be informed via phone and you will be intimated with your topics for the final round by today. I wish you the best of luck. Thank you.